All right, right. Good morning, cyber friends. This is Mitty Man coming at you again. Walk Studio. I'm back here in Studio B as usual, people. We give God all the praise and give Him all the honor, glory. We dare not take any of His glory. God will not share His glory with anyone. Nevertheless, we do give our cyber friends their honor, and we also is thankful for each and every one of you, all of your cyber friends. Very early morning here. I'm burning the midnight oil again, overnight oil, I should say. Um, I apologize for the noise that you hear in the background. That's a circular fan that's going on out there in the hallway, and believe it or not, it's the temperature's a little bit warm, and use that circular fan to sort of like keep a little breeze going through, keep it from being so hot. In other words, to keep Matter of fact, it hasn't gotten very warm enough yet to burn our air conditioner all night yet, but it's coming, believe it or not. But nevertheless, y'all just bear with me. Mitty Man is coming here this morning. I know I some of you said, well, Mitty Man, you should be asleep. No, I shouldn't be. I should be right where I am. Matter of fact, I got a doctor's appointment this morning. I told y'all on the last video, I think it was, I got to start treatment on the left eye today. Matter of fact, I got to start treatment on it, but I wanted to come back and see and share a few things. You know, I told y'all that at one time I was thinking about, I got a book coming. It's in the making. That's all I'm gonna say. It's in the making. I lost one of my first drafts. I lost it through a reformat, and I lost the MP3 file, the whole thing. And I must do it over again. I'm gonna try to start doing that. But I got a lot of things that I want to share, people. I got a lot of things that I want to share with everyone, the one that would like to know. I don't want to bore anybody. This might not be for you. So in other words, we just don't want to bore anybody. But I'm gonna say that we need to, from things that I have experienced in my years of living, and God knows by no means no expert at any of it. God knows, because a lot of times I wonder why. Sometimes I wonder why the test, and I look at where I've been and where I am now. And sometimes I have a hard time, people, trying to put it all together. But nevertheless, we give God the praise and give Him all the glory. And we step in it, we walk in His footsteps, and we ask Him to give me wisdom, to give us wisdom for each day of the journey. I once heard that, I've heard from quite a few people, individuals, not all preachers, but I've often heard they say when your time is up at a particular place, point in time, or whatever it might be, when your season is over at that particular point, it says that God will give you dissatisfaction at that particular place. It become, you don't have no satisfaction. Everything become a burden or a challenge to maintain. I believe that, y'all. I believe that. It said when the eagle stirs up her nest. Um, Matter of fact, I think it was Reverend C.L. Franklin had a sermon about that. Those of you that know Reverend C.L. Franklin, that was Aretha Franklin's daddy, one of the great preachers of the 20th century. And he said one of his sermons was when the eagle stirs up her nest. In other words, the eagle makes the nest very comfortable for the eaglet in the beginning stages. So when it's an eaglet, in other words, it makes the nest very comfortable and everything. But all of a sudden, when it's time for that eagle to get out of that nest, that mother eagle makes that nest very uncomfortable and tries to push that eaglet out of that nest to make it soar on its own. It makes it very uncomfortable until and that eagle will push that eaglet out of that nest until it learned to fly. And eventually the eagle will learn to fly. But it will never leave the nest unless it would always stay in the nest unless that mother eagle makes that nest very uncomfortable. I feel people. I feel this is Minute Man now. I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing because see, first of all, I'm up and I feel good and I wanna just I got some things that I've been trying to get done. I've been set back a couple of times, but I'm yet working on it. And right now I'm just sort of like in a daze, not realizing which way to. In other words, I don't want to move ahead of God, but then I don't want to get too far behind God either. Y'all understand what some of you may understand what Middleman is talking about. I'm saying that we all get to a point in our lives where we become very dissatisfied, and with the way our living is. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the season change. Season change, and at every season change, you must change with it. If you don't, you're gonna be left behind. So what I said that is, when you become dissatisfied, I was looking at people that gets envious, and I be sitting down and I be soul searching for my own self. People, I'm more critical on Middleman than anybody. I would give people a benefit of a doubt, but I'm very, very critical of my own self. I make certain that I take a good look at Middleman in the mirror before I try to, and I dare not judge nobody. No way, buddy. I know better than Middleman judge nobody. Because I'm going to tell you something, you better stop that judging, because you judge, you'll find yourself doing worse than the person you judge. But at any rate, when you find yourself dissatisfied, and I know I've been there many, many times, and I can look back on those times when I was dissatisfied, I saw where it was time to move on. Now, people get envious and people get jealous. The envy and jealousy, and I don't like either one. And there's no need, and I've said this before, I know people, but there's no need for no one to be jealous of another person or another individual. There's no need to be jealous of no one. Only thing we must need do is use what God has given us. And we can be just as successful as anybody else. We don't have a right. Don't sit around and looking at what other people are doing or what other people have and being envious of what God is doing in their lives and everything, just because right now at this point in time there's maybe not anything going on with you. You see, it's not your season yet. To everything there's a season and a time for every purpose up under the heaven. The book of Ecclesiastes tells us that. Solomon gave us a lot of wisdom. The book of Proverbs, book of Ecclesiastes, most of that was mostly Solomon. Solomon gave us a lot of wisdom, y'all. And we would pay, it would behoove us if we would go and read these things and study and see how it can apply to our lives and make our lives better. Now, you know what? I can sit here all night, which I do a lot of times, and I can think of 100 reasons or excuses why I didn't do this or why I didn't do that. But really what it all boiled down to, I did not apply myself and put myself to the task. Now, just like tonight, for instance, that was some things on my mind that I wanted to do, that I had intention on trying to get done. But I've always let other things get in my way and deter me, and I end up doing something else totally opposite of what I was thinking about trying to do. Why? Dissatisfaction. I'm going to just be honest with Middleman. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be transparent with y'all. Middleman have a lot of different things and areas in his life where I'm be trying to figure things out as well as trying to help others. I'll be trying to figure some things out for myself. A whole lot of times, Like I say, if I teach Sunday school or whatever I might do, a lot of times when I do the Bible study, I'm not talking to nobody but me. Amen. I'll just be honest with you. But when you get dissatisfied, that's an indication that it's time for you to move on. Now, I'm just going to tell y'all that I don't know who I'm talking to other than me. But I might be talking to a few others. But I'm going to tell you that a lot of times when you get dissatisfied and get uncomfortable in a place, wherever it may be, it might be time for you to move on. And then again, when you get connected with people that have no interest in what you're doing, see, you can't take people somewhere they don't want to go. You cannot, in other words, you can't make me enjoy what you like unless I got that same taste. You can't do it. Everybody, we are individuals. So now, therefore, a lot of times, you got people that say, well, you know what, we were compatible. Well, everybody's not compatible. And then, again, it's the opposite attracts. If you look at the thing of magnetism, opposite poles attract. In other words, when you're different. That works in certain instances, in some cases. But there are some... Here I go again, people. I told you I get strangled sometimes. But something, it may work opposite or do attract. That's in some cases. But in something that there should be some like-mindedness. In other words, when Jesus told his disciples, he said, I want y'all to go into the upper room. I don't want you to go out. I want you to go into all the world, but I want you to first go into the upper room. I want you to stay in Jerusalem until you be endowed with power from on high. He told them to be on one accord. See, there's sometimes when you need someone that you can be on one accord with. It said, how can two walk together except they agree? You can't plow a yoke of oxen, one going right and one going left. You're gonna have a time on your hand. They got to both go the same way. So a lot of times, and I was listening to this preacher, y'all know him, Reverend Charles Jenkins. Y'all know him. Y'all probably done heard of some of his music and songs that he sang. One here not too long ago called War. And I think he succeeded the pastor, Reverend Clay Evans, handed him the torch at the Fellowship Church in Chicago not too many years ago, and he's been there and everything. I heard him mention this same thing about him and his wife. They took that yoke together, and they did so many good works in that particular church. And he was now finna change another season in his life. I think it's at the end of this year. I think he's retiring from that post. He's not quitting, but he's moving on to another level. People, that's what Midiman. That's one of Midiman's only fears, is that I will get stagnated. Well, I don't want to learn nothing else, and I don't want to advance. That's my only fear, really, to my knowledge. I don't want to get stuck in a rut, whereas I don't want to learn and keep progressing as these years go by. You see, people, I don't know what other people might feel or how they might look at their lives, but I'm talking about mine. I don't look at the age. I don't look at my age and think, okay, well, it's time for me to quit. No. It's not time for me. It's time for me to add on. I want to continue to go. I don't want to get to the place where I think that it's just time for me to just sit down. No. In the midst of the illness that I had on last year, I can thank God. I can sit here this morning and thank God for the journey that God had brought me all the way this far. I remember last year at this time, people, I was very weak. I was up. I went back to church on that fourth Sunday in March. I did go back to church on that fourth Sunday in March, back to my home church. And that first Sunday, we were this past Sunday, it was last year was Easter Sunday on the first Sunday, and I went back to my first Sunday church at New Salem. And I was able to play and everything, and I greeted the people, but I was very, very weak. Matter of fact, I was wobbly as I don't know what. And I stayed that way most of all last year. but God was with me every step of the way. So I ain't looking to quit. I'm looking to add on. But you got to keep a mindset. You notice that when you try to do something, I've noticed this over the years, and I've noticed, especially in my life, every time you try to get something going worthwhile. Now listen at me a minute, y'all. Every time you try to get something going worthwhile, something that's going to make a difference, somebody always come up with some foolishness, some crazy, to try to stop you from doing what you want to do. In other words, something that you feel like is to your advantage to make a difference in it. And you never know. Some people they ain't gonna help you do nothing, but they'll stay in your way. Have you noticed that? You got some people, you got people in the church. You got people in the church. A lot of people that sits out in the pews on your meeting Sunday, they can sing very well, but they won't get in the choir because there are people in the choir that won't get out their way. You got some people that's in the choir don't want to sing. And then you got some people sitting out in the pew that do want to sing, but they can't because you in the way up there. In other words, oh my God, y'all, people, I'm just saying, and I don't care. It's early morning, and I'm up, and I'm gonna be up. I got stuff and aspirations and things that I want to get done. One way or the other, gonna get done because I refuse to let the devil stop me or block me from doing stuff. I've done that in the past. I've done it in the past. I've seen the pattern. I'm hip to be square now. I'm hip to Satan's devices. And I know when he's up to no good. And that's all the time. Period. All the time. But if you really think about it, you got people that you are connected to. They don't want to do nothing, and they ain't going to let you do nothing. You got to watch that. At least, if, like I say, being a deacon, I don't agree with everything that come through our deacon board, church policy. I don't agree with everything, but I got enough sense and I got enough sense and God sense in me to realize that everything can't go your way all the time. And just because things don't go your way, that doesn't mean you ought to try to tear things up. Look, I'm going to say this here, and then I'm going to end this video. And I'm speaking mostly to my church family, Antioch Missionary Baptist Church. Y'all, we got a milestone and we got to cross. We got to get a pastor. We are in between pastors right now. We got to get another pastor. In other words, they say, how can you heal without a preacher? And how can he preach except he be sent? See, I don't care how many times you get rid of the preacher, you got to go get another one because you can't heal without it. So in other words, we have to get another leader. Now, let me tell y'all something. Everybody gonna want who they want. There's no doubt about that. You gonna want who you want. The other person gonna want who they want. I'm gonna want who I want. But we already know that. But guess what? There can't be but one. Now, if the person that is chosen is not your man or woman, don't try to tell the whole church because of that. In other words, get on board and on one accord and live with it. But let me tell you something else though, y'all. If Antioch end up choosing a pastor that Deacon Walker can't live with, Deacon Walker's not going to sit there and try to make it bad for everybody else. If I can't deal with it, then it's time for Deacon Walker to move on somewhere else. That's all that. That's it. See, this is the thing about it. I would rather just move on than to try to tear something up. This is what I'm saying here about those of us that are involved in ministry or those of us like whatever in music, it may not be in music, it could be other areas of the church. But whatever that you're involved in, and when you're connected with other people, you got other people to consider. You need to be very careful on the decision that we make, and not be too quick to move and be so critical about each other. Now, you got people, like I said, this is not my first time around this track. People talking about, my spouse did this and, or we did this and we did that. Well, that's good. It's good. You got teams that was husband and wife teams that been a part of different things. Like I said, in the music industry, like Ashford and Simpson, Captain and Tennille, husband and wife team that did okay. As far as we know, we saw them in the public eye. But see, it's a different thing sometimes when you go to that household. Now anybody can make it look good in the public. But oh brother, you get out of the public eye, then you go, yeah, if you can follow them home, then that you can see the real them. And I ain't saying it may not be all right. Some people might be all right, but I'm just saying, don't let that public outcry be your guide all the time, because of the fact that a lot of people can act real good in public. We can act real good in the public, but if you can, it is a blessing when you can work together. It is a blessing. But 9 times out of 10, and I done seen this here more times than I care to even mention, most of the time it's not like that. That be the worst friction you would have, is trying to get those two to agree in the walk together. That's that unequally yoked thing that the Bible tells us about. Don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. I don't see how in the world that two people can call themselves equally yoked together, and then yet and still, every time you turn around, whatever the one trying to do, the other one kick against it. That don't make no sense to me. Now, you know what? If y'all can tell me something different, please, all you veterans out there, let me the man know. But I just don't understand that how in the world that two can walk together unless they agree. You can't. The Bible done told us that. In other words, how can you be against the one that you're supposed to be in agreement with? In other words, even if you don't understand, like I said, you don't have to kill it. Understand, you know what I'm saying? Either lead, follow, or get out the way. That's all. You know what? That was the best way for me to put that. Either lead, follow, or get out of the way. You ain't got to understand everything. Everything wasn't put here for you to understand everything. Sometimes it's just best for you to get on board with a thing, sit back and go enjoy the ride, and then when they get to the destination, you will be there just as well. But some of us, we get so jealous, we can't even sleep at night. And I ain't talking about when you're up and got motivation. See, motivation will keep you woke at night, people. When you get geared and fired up about a thing, and if you can get some rest, you'll just take you a little rest here and there anywhere. When you got a goal, when you got vision, when you got a dream in you, and it burns in you like a fire, it motivates you. It gives you strength and energy that you don't even think you have. But I tell you what, a person that is negative can draw it out you. They can drain you of all that get up and go. Your get up and go or get up and went. You don't understand what I'm saying? Because you got some people that you're connected to that ain't right for you. Everybody is not part. You can't take everybody with you, people. I'm going to say this. And then I'm going to end this video for this morning. And perhaps get myself together for my doctor's appointment. Many-Man has something right now that I'm working on. This is for my cyber friend. I told y'all that I'm trying to get my group together. Junior Walker and the Tritone. I'm trying to get them back on their feet. I've been trying to get this group together for 10 years, people. 10 years. Believe it, yes. 10 years I've been trying to get this group together. And every time, like I say, I'm start going up the hill a little bit and look like I'm going to level off and everything, something will happen. Somebody wouldn't show up. Somebody would quit, or something would happen to the degree where I have to give up for now, for that time and that point in time, and I done gave up about 3 or 4 times. Not giving up, but I just had to lay it aside. I'm trying now to do it again. Along with my sister Lena, we are collaborating. We're going to be collaborating, trying to give her time to get her things together, some stuff together. And we will be collaborating on some musical compositions. And I told y'all Lena's an outstanding, dynamic keyboard player. And I'm also is engaged at this point in time. I'm trying to enhance my skills. In other words, I'm venturing away from the keyboard. I went to guitar. I'm trying to I picked the guitar back up. Hadn't picked it up since high school. Trying to get back into that. Also bass, and also drums. And I asked my buddy. He called me Unc. And that's y'all know my buddy Daryl Johnson. This is his nephew. He called me uncle as well. His name is Donnie Johnson. Outstanding. Woo! Awesome drummer. Awesome drummer. And I'm trying to adventure up people because I'm trying to get all that I can get. As far as I want to increase my ability. I want to go beyond what I am now. See, as long as I'm living, I want to continue to be growing, and I want to always be learning something. I don't want to just be stagnated. You understand what I'm saying? So this is where Mitty Man is at now. So I'm just saying, we got some ladies that we're gonna deal with, very talented. They talented and very. I mean, I've dealt with them. I told y'all about them already. But we're gonna see what we can do. And we're going to put some things back into place, and there's some people we want to see about. We got some people that we want to, we can't forget about the church people. I know a lot of people would love to forget about the church, but Mitty Man, I can't forget about the church. I can't forget about the church. I don't want to forget about the church. Because, see, I am the church. You are the church. But it's the fellowship that when we come together, each one of us, we draw strength from each other. So I'm just telling y'all, just be on your lookout. Be on your lookout. This thing gonna come to pass. Like I said, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some effort. But Mitty Man is willing to go the long haul. I'm willing to go all the way. I haven't stopped in these many years, and I don't think I'm gonna stop now. So y'all just pray for Mitty Man, and Mitty Man gonna pray for all of you cyber friends. Y'all. Guarantee we're gonna pray for you. And I'm gonna say to my buddies, all of you that I've not contacted in quite a while, I ain't forgot about you. Like my buddy JT, I was checking brother JT. I was thinking about brother JT. I was thinking about you the other day, my partner. You and another Didi, all of you, all my friends. I be thinking about you, brother LA and brother Hodgecliff. I don't want to call name Reverend Maxwell, David. Matter of fact, awesome musician. These guys are awesome, all of them. And I was thinking about the tutorials with my brother Richard Butler, and he does those old piano tutorials. And I tell you, JT can do some awesome tutorials as well. See, it ain't got nothing to do with no jealousy, people. They all got talent. Everybody got their strong points. Everybody have their strong points in whatever. And we just thank God for each and every one of you. We got a bunch of preacher friends. I dare not start calling names because I may miss somebody out, but y'all know who you are. All the ones that I've ever had contact with, and there's been a many I've had contact with over these last 25 years that I've been back in this area as a minister of music. I have been acquainted with a lot of the men and women of the cloth. So I'm talking to all of you. I'm not going to get in trouble and start calling names and mess around and leave somebody out. But I'm just saying, this is the thing and the aspiration that we should have as believers. We should have something that keeps us up at night. We should have something that want to make us get out of that bed in the morning time. You can't stand that bed. When you just don't want to do anything with that lay in the bed all the time, that means you ain't got nothing to do. You ain't got nothing to even move you. No, I don't want to live a life like that. I don't want to live a life like that. So that being said, Miss Mitty Man, saying whatever you get into, if God ain't in it, it's best that you come out of it. Because it's going to come to nothing. To the next video, next Bible study, which is tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to live stream it on YouTube again. If I'm not mistaken, I think we supposed to have it scheduled. I've asked her, and she said she was going to do it. Minister Tina Seeley will bring forth the Bible study on tonight and during the live stream. So y'all stand by and please come and check it out if you can. If not, it'll be there on the YouTube. It'll be there. You can always go and check it out on YouTube. And then also, if you just want the audio version of it, you can always listen to it on blogtalkradio.com/Midi Man. Check it out. With that being said, this is Midi Man saying peace and good morning.